Now, you shot that in an actual mental institution.
It was in Victorian times. It was like you were either rich, middle class, or poor, and it was like for the wealthy insane. It was like a big old disused mental hospital, which...
I think they have health clubs for that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or golf clubs.
Or golf clubs. Oh, okay.
Hello everybody, here's a rare piece from Ozzy that I am sharing because you, yes you, deserve to see it. April the 25th of 1984, Ozzy was on Toronto Rocks from City TV. Now, how do we know it was the 25th? Simple. They talk about the concert later that night, so pretty easy to put together. Now, be sure to pick up your copy of Ozzy Osbourne, Ozology, available on Amazon. So, without further ado, let's rock!
Today is Ozzy Osbourne. Welcome to Toronto, Oz.
Hey, it's good to be back.
And it's good to see you. And welcome back again. It's been a long time since you've been here. Well, not that long, but a while.
About 18 months, I think. You know?
Yeah. We've been looking forward to having you.
One of my favourite cities, by the way. Rock and roll, these places.
You used to live here, didn't you?
I lived here for about 6 months when I was recording the last Black Sabbath album, which was called Never Say Die.
Yeah.
And I lived in an apartment just round the corner from the place called the Gasworks on Yonge Street.
Yeah.
We recorded the album at Sound Interchange.
Yeah.
Then I had to go back to England for something happened. We had to go back to, but it was a lot of fun. I met a lot of people here.
Well, it's really good to have you back here, and looking forward to tonight's show. Yeah. This is a bit of a surprise for us because we didn't know whether Oz was going to be able to make it into the studio or not today, because you're doing a lot of stuff today before you get ready for the show. What have you got special lined up for us for tomorrow?
If I give it all away now, there's going to be no surprises, is there?
You got me there. You're absolutely right. One hint. What can we expect?
It's a big extravaganza. It's like the best lighting show you'll ever see. It's phenomenal. Okay. And it's as I was saying myself, it's very exciting.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll not hold you to any specifics for the show tonight. If you're going to Oz's show tonight, I would hope that you are going to get one great show, as usual. Always. Now, we had a contest here a couple of weeks ago that we did with... He knows it. The Bark at the Moon contest, the Moonbark winners, we have the top 5 winners, in fact. Okay. And what we'd like to do is sort of present them as a sacrificial offering to you right now and show you what the top 5 Barkers in this city look like. Are you ready to roll them, Control? Here we go. Here's the Bark at the Moon's contest winners.
Now, what in the hell was that? He sounded like a dying chihuahua. Good Lord, man.
And that is Bark at the Moon with Ozzy Osbourne, 4:44 on Toronto Rocks Live on City TV. Great video. Yeah, and great makeup.
A lot of fun. Actually, the makeup was the worst part of making the video because it took about 6 hours to put on. But once it was on, it was... Can you imagine sitting there for 6 hours, all this glue and this different stuff goes on, and he puts a wig on and he puts all the teeth in. And you think, is it worth it at the end of it? And after you see yourself in the mirror, you go, wow, you know. Yeah. I mean, I was under the makeup and looking at myself in the mirror, I was going, is that me? You know?
How long were you in the makeup in total? Because didn't you also have to do the album cover with that too?
I was with the album cover. I started at 9 in the morning and eventually got it off at about 3 the next morning. So I was like going through the process of putting it on, then getting it off. I mean, the worst part is getting it off because you got all this sticky stuff because the hairs on the body are stuck on individually, you know. So it's like a bit of glue, bit of hair, you know. You feel like a coconut at the end of the day.
Now, you shot that in an actual mental institution.
It was in Victorian times. It was like you were the rich, middle class, or poor, and it was like for the wealthy insane. It was like a big old disused mental hospital, which...
I think they have health clubs for that now.
Yeah. Or golf clubs.
Or golf clubs. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, fine. And you're also reunited with Tommy Aldrich on this tour.
Yeah, glad to say. It's good to have him back. You know, he went through a really sort of emotional thing where his wife got pregnant, and then he came down and said, "Oh, wow, my wife's pregnant," and the next day he goes, "Guess what, she's having twins," and it just freaked him out, so...
And that was the first time for him, too.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, I guess he welcomes the job and the chance to get back on the road again.
Yeah, it's great. It's a fabulous banding, and it's great. I've got Bob Daisley playing bass, the original bass player, who played on all the albums.
All right, terrific. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll have some Aldo Nova for you, more on Midweek Metal Mania, and Ozzy Osbourne, too. Stay tuned. 4:48 in Toronto, live on City TV. This is Toronto Rocks, and I'm John Major, and my special guest, Ozzy Osbourne, in with us today. You just came back from a holiday, the first holiday that you've had in a long time.
3 years, would you believe it? We've been out on the road in one way or another for 3 years, my wife and I. We just went back to the place where we got married, which is Maui in Hawaii, which is fabulous. Fabulous to go back there. I was expecting to have a volcano or something, because before we went there, we heard about this volcano that's going up there, and I said to my wife, why not go down to El Salvador? It's more peaceful down there.
But Maui was not too bad.
Oh, it's wonderful. The weather was tremendous. We had a great time there.
Yeah.
Got plenty of drinks and stumbled around.
Did you feel good lying back on the sun, taking some time off?
Great. I mean, the only thing is, once you start touring, you get geared up into touring. When you suddenly stop, you go, why am I on the buzz? Why am I getting all frustrated about the show? Why am I getting hot up, you know? You can't... I find it very difficult to sort of relax, you know? It's like I'm always hyper all the time.
3 weeks is the amount of time you took.
No, 10 days.
Oh, it was only 10 days?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a three-week time off.
10 days.
That's
not
hardly
off.
It's really not hardly enough time to get that road out of you and then to really relax before you have to get back into it.
After 5 days, I was thinking, when am I going to get back on the road again? Because it's like, 5 days is long enough for me, because I'm sort of like, I live on the road, so people say, where do you live? I say, a bus, you know, it's where I live.
And that's true.
Yeah,
almost 12 months.
I bought a house about 2 years ago, and I think I've slept in there. It's in its entirety for about a month. I'd never get home. I said to my mum, why the hell do we buy a house? Why don't we buy a caravan or something? So drive around the city anyway when we go home.
Oh boy, how are things going with your wife and your daughter? You did
fabulous. It's really fabulous.
Got a great cover shot on Us magazine, along with Remington Steele and a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, we're expecting another one in October.
Well, congratulations.
I must find out what keeps causing this.
They have found a cure for it, but we'll discuss that after the show. Let's roll some more metal for you here on Metal Day here on Toronto Rocks. We're going to roll some Aldo Nova, and this is Hold Back the Night, coming to you right now on Toronto Rocks. And that is Aldo Nova on Toronto Rocks and Midweek Metal Mania with Hold Back the Night. We'll be back after this break with our Clash winners and more with Ozzy. Stay tuned. And welcome back to Toronto Rocks. John Major here live with Ozzy Osbourne on City TV. Congratulations to our winners of Clash tickets. We actually gave away 3 pair, and Simon is no longer working for City TV because we only had 2 to give away. Andrew Schock of the Beaches, Paul McCormick of West Hill, and John Vickick of Scarborough. Congratulations to all of you. You'll be going to see the Clash at the Gardens on Monday, and I was just kidding about Simon. We still love him. Ozzy. The concert tonight, it's at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Yes,
the band is hot.
The band is very hot.
And they're very ready to play this sound.
Actually, this is one of the best gigs around, you know, because Toronto always, keep my fingers crossed, they're always great and up for it and good rock and roll crowd. They like rock and roll.
You got a lot of people who really like you here.
Thank you very much.
One thing before we go here, let's just present, I keep forgetting to do this every time we have a guest, but this day I will not do that. Our special Toronto tea.
All right, I got one.
All right. How much time do we have here? I've lost my telex, so I need some help, ladies and gentlemen. Go any time now? Okay, listen, Ozzy, thank you very much.
Hey,
Break a Fang tonight on stage.
All right.
And have a great time. Thanks for coming in with us. We're going to take a quick look here at our barkers once again. Oh, we have 20 seconds to go. Ozzy, Let me ask you. Okay, fine. That's all right. We just have a little bit of time. We're going to stall. And in fact, in all of this time that I'm stalling, we can probably even roll it right now if we feel like it. We're going to see the Barkers in outtakes. Okay? You might get a laugh out of this. Thanks again, Ozzy, for coming in. And we'll see you again tomorrow here.
See you tonight, guys.
Toronto Rocks. Bye-bye.
Well, there you are. 1984 Ozzy. Toronto Rocks. This was over 40 years ago. Do you feel old now? If you like Ozzy videos, like this one and subscribe to my channel because I have Ozzy videos up already, but I have tons more coming in the future. What they are, you have to tune in and find out. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.